They never saw it coming. The weather was perfect. The path was clear, the plan was solid, but just 3 days later, search and rescue teams found nothing but a shredded backpack, a burned-out fire pit, and a journal with one final message. I thought I was prepared. That's how most real survival stories begin, not with chaos but with confidence, and that confidence, it kills. Today we're diving deep into the 6 worst survival mistakes that beginners always make, not in theory, in real life. Mistakes that seem small at first, but can cost you everything when it matters most. And if you think you'd never make these mistakes, think again, because so did they. Before we go any further, if you're serious about surviving anything, whether it's getting lost in the woods, a grid-down blackout, or total societal collapse, check the link in the comments for our ultimate survival guide. It's packed with step-by-step strategies, gear recommendations, and mindset training that might just save your life when everything else fails. Alright, let's get into mistake number 1. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at being prepared the same way again. Overestimating your abilities and underestimating nature. It starts with one deadly thought: I can handle it. That phrase has sent more people to their graves than wild animals ever could. You see, beginners often believe that survival is all about physical strength, or how tough you are. But survival punishes arrogance. You might hike 5 miles in the city like it's nothing, but 5 miles through dense forest with no trail, fading daylight, and rising fear, that's a different beast. People forget that panic sets in fast. Fatigue hits harder than expected. Your body fails when your mind lies to you. And by the time you admit you're in trouble, it's too late to turn back. The forest doesn't care how many YouTube videos you've watched. The mountain doesn't care about your gym PR. Nature humbles you fast, and if you don't walk in with respect, you won't walk out at all. Bringing the wrong gear, or worse, no gear. Most beginners pack like they're going on vacation, not into potential disaster. Sunglasses, protein bars, a pocket knife they've never used. But when the sun drops and the temperature crashes, they realize too late. They forgot the essentials. No fire starting method, no emergency shelter, no water filtration. In real survival situations, you need gear that, but more importantly, you need to know how to it under stress, in the dark with shaking hands. A ferro rod is useless if you've never sparked it. A multi-tool is dead weight if you don't know what each function does. Survivors aren't defined by what they carry, but by how they carry. And those who pack wrong, well, they usually don't get to repack. Failing to prioritize water. In movies, people die dramatically from wild animals or hypothermia. In reality, they die slowly from dehydration, and it happens faster than you think. Within 24 hours, your mental performance starts slipping. You get confused, irrational, exhausted, then your muscles cramp, your body loses heat, and in 3 days, you're in real danger of death. Beginners forget that clean water is rarely available in the wild. Streams are filled with bacteria, rainwater can be unpredictable, and hauling enough water in isn't realistic. That's why the smart ones carry at least 2 purification methods: filters, tablets, boiling gear. You can last weeks without food, but without water, you're already on a countdown. Here's a survival paradox. Sometimes the best move is to panic makes beginners run. They leave trails. They get lost deeper. They burn calories and lose energy with no clear direction. Other times, they stay frozen when danger is approaching, like worsening weather or predators. Survival demands judgment. When to shelter, when to signal, when to move. Making the wrong choice here isn't just inefficient, it's often fatal. That hiker who wandered looking for help? They walked in the wrong direction and missed the search party by hours. The camper who stayed put as floodwaters rose? Found too late. Movement in survival isn't about momentum, it's about strategy, and only those who stop to think make it out. The most advanced GPS device you have is your body. It tells you when something's wrong. But beginners ignore it. They push through pain. They skip rest. They don't notice signs of hypothermia, heat stroke, or infection until it's too late. A simple blister becomes a limping injury. A mild shiver turns into uncontrollable shaking. Nausea from drinking bad water spirals into total collapse. Survival isn't about brute force, it's about listening to your body, to your surroundings, to reality. The ones who ignore that inner voice, they don't usually get a second chance to hear it again. Not preparing mentally, the silent killer. This is the one no one talks about, but it's the most deadly mistake of all. Survival isn't just physical, it's psychological warfare. Beginners freeze in shock. They spiral into panic. They lose hope. And when you lose hope, your body follows. The cold feels colder. The hunger hits harder. And you start making bad decisions. Or no decisions at all. Mental toughness isn't built in the wild. It's trained before you ever step into it. Meditation, visualization, stress inoculation, understanding your fear, managing your breath, controlling your thoughts. This is what separates survivors from statistics. And yet, so few ever prepare for this side of the battle. They focus on gear, not grit. And when things go wrong, they break from the inside out. Let's recap. So what's the real danger here? It's not the storm, it's not the wildlife. It's the illusion that survival is easy. That watching a few videos and buying a cool knife is enough. It's not. Survival is a war against time, terrain, and terror. And if you walk into that war with the wrong mindset, you're already a casualty. The 6 mistakes we've covered, overconfidence, poor gear prep, ignoring water, bad movement decisions, body signals, and mental weakness, are like traps, silent, waiting, and merciless, and they don't give you a second chance. But now you know. You've seen the red flags, you've heard the warning signs, the next move is yours. And if you're serious about never making these mistakes, go now to the comments and grab your copy of the Ultimate Survival Guide. It's more than just a guide, it's your backup plan when everything else falls apart. Because in the end, survival isn't luck, it's preparation. And those who prepare, survive.